were quite unhappy with the subjective nature of the phrase best endeavours, and I suppose there is a certain amount of subjectivity there, which opens a lot of problems. So the suggestion, Councillor Borton, is that the deferral be amended that the Planning Committee is seeking an urgent meeting with Kent Highways to resolve the outstanding highways issues. End of story.
I'm happy to accept that, but I do think, Mr. Chairman, we need to make a point about, for the benefits of the members of the public here and the people watching on the webcast, what's just happened. And that's you as the chairman, and you as the chairman only, not in the presence of any other elected member, has just been to have a discussion with the senior officers of this council in order to bash that wording out. So I should make it very clear that while I'm happy to accept that, what the officers have come back with, that no other elected member, with the exception of yourself, was party to that discussion. Therefore, I personally feel this could be seen as being unconstitutional within the Maidstone Borough Council constitution. Potentially, I'm not saying it is, but I'm saying potentially it is. But I feel, as this is a public forum and this is a public committee and we've got members of the public here, that needs to be said. It's not going to change the way I vote tonight, but I just think that point needs to be said. I'm happy to accept what's come of it, and I think we should move to the vote.
I just want to make a point of personal explanation, Councillor Borton. As you yourself are aware, I was perfectly happy to have every single member of the committee in the room for this discussion. Quite happy, and in fact expected that to be the case. I was informed that for procedural reasons in relation to due notice having to be given for meetings, but I actually could not do that. No, that was the clear legal advice I was given. Now I'm sorry, I had to take that advice, and I apologise if that looked bad, and it was not my intention to do it that way. But I feel you were owed an explanation for that.
I fully accept, Mr. Chairman, why you had to take the decision based on the advice that was given to you. What my issue is with the advice that came that way, but I think we should park that issue now. It's a discussion for after the meeting, because the discussion's been had, whether there was any other member in or not, and we should move to the vote.
Thank you. Councillor Prendergast, are you seconding moving to the vote?
I second Councillor Borton and moving to the vote quickly. But just for clarity, for the rest of the Planning Committee members here, I do think the procedural advice you were given, we should all have that in writing sooner rather than later to aid our understanding and so that we are able to explain outside of this room what has happened tonight. Thank you.
I'm sure that can be arranged. I'm sorry, it's been proposed and seconded we move to the vote, and I therefore am moving to the vote. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, as Vice Chair, I would actually like to support the Chair in the fact that his statement just made should be fully minuted, and that he did actually make that invitation.
Councillor Round, I'm personally very grateful for that remark. Can we now move to the vote on the motion, the substantive motion for deferral as slightly reworded? All those in favour? Those against? That motion passes. One moment. Councillor Borton.
I was going to suggest that, bearing in mind the similarities with the next two applications on the agenda, that we seek to defer those for the same reasons as well. And I'm happy to propose that now.
I'd like to second it. As I sort of indicated earlier, I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen, but given that we are talking about the very same highway network, we can hardly treat the three applications differently, for obvious reasons. Therefore, we will still require separate votes on that. Is it agreed, members, that item 16, Land North of Bicknow Wood, Sutton Road, Maidstone, Kent, be deferred for the same reason? Those in favour? Yeah, we do need to vote. Those in favour? Those against? And again, item 17, Land North of Bicknow Wood, Sutton Road, Maidstone, Kent, proposed to defer for the same reason. Those against? Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologise for the time out of your evening when you could have been watching the test match. But I can hardly be inconsistent. I'll give you members of the public a couple of minutes to leave before we resume.